I was in a coma for a year because of it.
Oh, holy shit. Welcome to the podcast. This is Not For Radio. We are your hosts, Dunc and Hi, Jay Reeve, Benny Boy over there as well. And
Today's good.
Oh, man, we've got a hell of an episode. So if it's been a week and you've been waiting because you're not Sniper Elite, then you're really going to get your Not For Radio fix today. She's all over the shop. We go deep into wasp attacks, and I've got a pretty spicy morning lined up tomorrow on the terrible advice of Jay Reeve.
But that in itself is great. We have an honourable mention of a very good friend of mine who we farewelled this week. A great bloke with he's lived a million lives, and we share a couple of stories about that. What it's like to have a wine collection. One of the members of the team has surprisingly got quite a illustrious wine collection. We're going to become wine guys now.
And we also strike off a couple of things that are no good to have around your old fella.
If you're looking for an enlargement, how best to go about it.
Yeah, unconventional ways.
And the perils of owning two pythons and having a small kid.
It's bloody great to be back. Jeez, we love this thing. And yeah, like I say, today's going to be a great episode. A reminder to get ad-free episodes and unlock a few hundred other episodes. You can become Sniper Elite. Do it through the supporting cast, the Rover website. There's a link in the show notes. Also, if you want to send us a story, link in the show notes on the link tree there. And also, if you want to send us a voice memo, same place.
Lock it in. You're in for a fucking treat.
Let's fucking go.
Attention, snipers! Gear up and hold your positions. It's time to load up some war stories, your tales from the front line, brought to life. Prepare to fire.
All right, let's get into it. This is from Andrew Campbell in the Midwest of the US of A.
Oh, I've got something from the States as well. This is great stuff.
I know, it's just out of control. Like we hardly get any from New Zealand, and I'm here for it. Maybe they've already called our radio show and they've told all of their youngs on it.
Maybe because there's 5 million people in this country who have already exhausted the New Zealand stocks.
Chances are high. This from Andrew Campbell, Midwest, USA. Years ago, my brother was in the army and he had a 10-day leave and decided to come home for a handful of days. He had been deployed to Iraq for a year and just wanted to relax. So we decided to go for a camp for a weekend. Just he and I, and a couple of fishing poles and a cooler full of beer. Fuck, that's good. What a way to unwind. I grabbed some camping stuff from the garage along with a mesh-type hammock I had always wanted to use and loaded up the truck. Picked up my brother, headed to the camping area. We spent the evening fishing a bit, set up the tent and hammock and cooked some nice steaks while enjoying a few beers. Now, my brother has been gone for a year and I really drink, so the beers were tasting good. Fast forward a few hours, it's 1 a.m., time to stumble into the tent. I wake up an hour later having to piss, but I can barely walk, so I decided to just pull the old willy out and flop it into the hammock. Flop it. Poke it through the mesh and let it drain. So I did. Unfortunately, I passed out midstream. Now, here in the Midwest, in the summer, we have mosquitoes that actively seek out any exposed skin like it's a fine steak. Daylight creeps up and I start to stir, still dangling through the hammock, but I notice an odd sensation in my nether region. I managed to pry myself out of the hammock, only to realise the willy is still hanging out, except he's swollen to the size of a Pringle can and it's covered in red bumps. Not to mention the fucking itching. We pack up camp and we head home. I'm realising as time goes by that the swelling is getting worse and painful, so I drive to the emergency room. The nurse and doctor can barely contain their laughter as I attempt to explain how Captain Winky ended up being exposed to the elements all night. Couple of shots of something to reduce the swelling and some cream to alleviate the itching, and they finally sent me home. It took almost 3 months for my little buddy to go back to normal, but eventually he came around.
Shit, I would have been out thrashing with it. I'd have been like, "This is great." Now it's looking like a picnic bar. I want to fucking use it wherever I can.
Fucking hell! If you don't know what a picnic bar is, give it a go.
Chockito or whatever they call it over in the UK.
Jeez,
fuck that.
He should have diaried that.
Yeah,
could have been a bit of a trend. If people want to sun their bloody gooch. Bit of anal sun, whatever that thing was.
I have no idea where we're going with this, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Then they'll definitely be into that.
We had a friend of ours, and I've said this story before, when you walk from Tauranga back to the mountain, you go back over the Harbour Bridge, Tauranga Harbour Bridge, and right next door to the Tauranga Harbour Bridge is a whole bunch of dinghies which are set up for people to row out to their swing moorings on their yachts. And one of the boys was just absolutely fucking weaseled and just gave up halfway home, and he was like, all right, sweet as, I'll flip one of these dinghies over me and that can just act as a tent while I sleep underneath it. Well, fuck me if he didn't trap about 17 million mosquitoes in there with him. And he got fucking decimated. He came out with dengue fever, malaria, full-blown AIDS, you name it. He was fucked.
He ticked every box that night.
Unrecognisable. Like, it literally looked like he had...
What are you doing in that scenario? You getting some antihistamines into you or something? Would that help?
Yeah, but I mean, even then, like, they just fucking drained him, like, overnight.
Drank litres of his blood.
Yeah, they just...
It just looked like a giant raisin.
Yeah, and I was like, surely you must have, like, heard or been, like, feeling them bite you or whatever it was. He's like, I woke up not knowing where the fuck I was. And then when I popped the dinghy back off me, he was like, it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was at 300 degrees underneath it. He'd just been baking it like a Dutch oven. The mosquitoes had completely filled up and passed out. He was fucking toast.
This is an absolute beauty. I'm just going to quickly credit the person. Rory Smallbone sent this through. Ruin a movie by adding "in the arse" to the title. I'll start. A few good men in the arse. Goldfinger in the arse. Austin Powers and the Spy Who Shagged Me in the arse.
Listen, Black Beauty in the arse. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button in the arse.
Grease in the arse.
12 Angry Men in the arse.
Deep Impact in the arse. Dirty Grandpa in the arse.
White Chicks in the arse. A series of unfortunate events in the arse.
Free Willy in the arse.
Rambo First Blood in the arse.
Fast and the Furious in the arse. Oh, shit.
Kung Pao into the fist in the ass. 127 hours in the ass. Up in the ass. The Men Who Stare at Goats in the ass.
Step Brothers in the ass.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in the ass.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I have to save some of those and go that again.
Oh, my gosh. In the ass.
Pathetic, but funny.
Just a cheap giggle, eh?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we aim for on this podcast. Definitely not highbrow stuff at all.
Shake it once, that's fine. Shake it twice, that's okay. Shake it 3 times and you're Jay and Dunc on Not For Radio.
Just a little bit of a diversion and a tip of the cap to a good buddy of mine who we laid to rest this week, Dave Savanen, and he was one of those blokes. His funeral was fucking ginormous, massive, and couple of great things off the back of it. He basically, so where he lived in Auckland and Herne Bay, he would spend quite a lot of time at Elbow Room, basically to the point now where the chatters that were tossing around what to put on a brass plaque where he would normally sit when you'd roll.
Oh, that's nice.
You'd roll down Jervois Road and there he would be sitting there, and you'd fucking hear him before you could see him. He had a smile that would light up a city block and a voice that commanded attention from the other side of the planet. Like, he was so many things to so many people, and the collection of people that he pulled together that were at his the basically at the send off for him was just absolutely first class. So he was at a young age a New Zealand track athlete, and I've known him for probably 20 odd years. Never fucking once did he mention the fact that he wore the black singlet for New Zealand. Like, never. And I'm talking, we would be solving the world's problems at 4 a.m. and this shit doesn't pop up. And so I was listening to it. Like, I knew through my mate Jake, whose dad was his coach, like Sir Sir John Walker, who is one of the greatest runners that New Zealand's ever produced, said that he was the largest waste of running talent that New Zealand's ever produced.
Would have been good if he liked running.
Yeah. His nickname from Sir John Walker, the fucking royalty of running in New Zealand, was Shortcut. Like, he was like, he fucking never puts in the effort. He there was this a national champs where he was an 800-meter runner, and he turned up with fucking no training. He was basically going for the Com Games in 1990 at this stage.
What?
So he gave himself 6 weeks to make the cut.
Even that sentence.
Yeah.
So he gave himself 6 weeks to make the cuts for the 1990 Commonwealth Games here in Auckland.
But at that stage, he was working at DB, which is a massive brewery. And fuck me, was he chopping through some piss. So he'd blown out quite a bit. But anyway, he was racing with a buddy of his, Stu, I think his name was. And anyway, they needed to win certain races to make the cut for this thing. So that in the lead up to it, they went to the Auckland Champs. Auckland Champs automatic qualifier into the Com Games sort of set up. Anyway, so he was 800 and his mate was 1500. So that's over the weekend, those were their races. So Sav blitzes out of the blocks. He runs fucking 13 races that day or something, to the point where his legs are like stone. And the final race of the day is his race, the 800 meters. So anyway, he fucking peels out like a greyhound out of the gates, just because he knew that his body would grenade if he fucking didn't get around the track in time. So he wins the 800 metres, and his mate Stu, who's with him, was like, fuck, that was real reckless, you're fucked. But that's okay. So Sav went out, as he did, on the piss, celebrated fucking proper, came back with 20 minutes kip and reeking of piss. And so they line up for the 1,500 metres, obviously this fucking 1.5K race. Gun goes off. And off they go, and the guy was retelling the story, and he was like, pace was pretty slow, which meant there was going to be a big move from the packs at some stage. I didn't even know there were tactics like this in running. And so people kind of hold, and then they'll put in a kick, and then they'll put in a kick again, just to basically build the pace up. Anyway, so he puts in a move with about probably 400 to go. He's like, now's my time. Ding, 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 ding. The bell goes, final lap, and he fucking peels out. And he's like, I could fucking hear this gun coming up. And there was an eclipse, and he goes, I saw his bottom lip first. It was so far out of his head, he was fucking blowing like a fucked airbed. he goes, he's going to blow himself to smithereens. This is okay. I'll stick with him for 100 meters and just watch him just detonate in front of me. And he goes, and he never fucking took his foot off the gas. He fucking won the 1,500 as well.
The next day, after 20 minutes sleep in a bender.
Yeah, he reckons running next to him, it smelt like a recycling bin outside a bar. He's an absolute legend. That's like, so that was the caliber. And then he went over and he was working for Tag Heuer, the watch company over in the UK, because he's a marketing guy. And they had this story, and so his mate who worked at Tag with him was like, I was always kind of jealous of him. So like when I first met him, he was loud and fucking good looking, handsome devil. Had all the girls in the office just fucking falling over themselves for him. So he's sitting at about a 3 out of 10. Anyway, so he'd come up with these other great ideas, and one of his great ideas was to get Sir Alex Ferguson a tag, because he was going to be part of the commentary team on the World Cup. And so he's like, well, fucking, it's another great idea. And, you know, they turned up to see Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United and hand over this watch. And he's like, well, I'm going to be just doing a bit of shit here. The team's out in the middle getting some photos and that. So do you want to hang out with us for a bit? And he's like, fucking, this is crazy. So yeah, sweet as. And he's like, now I'm at like a 7 out of 10. He's like, fucking got us hanging out with Sir Alex Ferguson. This is amazing. And then they're sitting there, and all of Manchester United. This is David Beckham era. So that like quite an iconic team. Like, I don't know, fucking Giggsy and Rooney and all those cats. Like, I'm not a football guy, as you know, but I fucking know them.
Yeah.
Everyone knew them. And anyway, so they're standing there, and the team all take their photos, and they come off, and fucking David Beckham goes up to Sav and goes, Dave, gives him a massive hug. What are you doing here?
What?
He's like, I go to give the boss a watch, and his mate goes, how the fuck does this weird ass fucking ethnically ambiguous New Zealander have no David Beckham at the height of his fucking fame?
Wow.
Yeah, and he's like, mate, we had this huge session on the piss with him. and I got him a watch off the back of it because I broke some shit at his house. And so they kind of became mutual friends over, and he was like, at that point, I was like, fuck, this guy's just absolutely unassailable. Like, there's nothing that he can't do. There's nothing. And so they were going to the World Cup, and he goes, we'll try and weasel some tickets. He turned up to work, and he goes, Sweet. Everywhere in France is sold out, but I've got us 2 beds at a hostel, and it's fucking, they're like the last beds in town. They're like 300 quid a bed. And Sav's like, okay, cool. And he's like, what'd you get? And he goes, I got us 30 tickets to the final. We're taking a private jet. It cost us 21 watches. Fuck, he was an operator.
Oh, I love
Such
it.
an operator. Yeah,
man.
you want to find someone who lives in the grey and is just the most monstrous amount of talent. It was fucking Sav. He was just one of the absolute greats. So he will be missed and remembered by his beautiful wife Liv and his kids, Jess and Sophie. So yeah, it was a great send off. Shit, there were some great yarns about him. And when you turn up at these things, you have these bisecting friendships,
groups.
yeah, and they're like, "Fuck, what are you doing here?" And what part did you know Dave in his running days? Did you know when he was partying, and did you know when he was into his big cycling phase? I was like, "Fucking have a guess. Look at me." And Jake's mum, who is his coach's,
Did anybody say cycling?
no fucking way. His coach's wife said to me, it just goes to show you've got to stay fit. You've got to stay fit. And I was like, I've never been fit. And she goes, all right, I'll be here for yours next then.
Oh, jab.
She's great.
But isn't it funny, though? Because it feels like, I don't know, it's like all the people that die young feel like those type of people. Like all of my mates that have died are the ones that light up a room. They're the ones that have enormous friend groups. They're the ones that people hold in high regard. They're the ones that have lived the life of 10 boring fucks
Yeah.
in a third of the time.
Mate, and that was the other thing, because it was one of those, he looked, I mean, not that it's a fucking high bar to jump over, but he looked younger than me, and the bloke was 58.
Was he 58?
Yeah, because when they're saying he was going for the Com Games, I was like, I was 5 years old when that was fucking happening. How the fuck was he?
He was the best looking 58-year-old I've seen in a long
Oh,
time.
mate, he was and he was such, I don't know if he had something anatomically, like he had like far lapse heart, or because he managed to party so hard that he managed to keep sort of lactic acid suppressed with a fucking large amount of bicarb in his system. I don't know, but fuck, he was a weapon, absolute weapon.
Good reminder. I mean, we were chatting about it when I was driving in. Just a good reminder to live in the now. Don't plan 10 years from now, or when I get to this. Like, happiness is like something that is in the now, and everyone goes, "Oh, when I get this thing, I'm going to be happy," or when I go on the holiday to that place, I'm going to be happy. It's like, no, you'll be striving for happiness the rest of your life, and I think the best anybody can do is to book in the weekend that they want to, like, because we were saying on the way in, your weekends just get filled up with shit.
Yeah.
Booking weekends that fill your cup, live in the now, book the trip that you've been thinking about for ages, line some shit up with your mates that you haven't seen for ages, and just don't fucking wait, because you don't know what's around the corner.
Nah, and one of the heartiest things to wrap the whole thing up, Daniel Braid, who is a rugby union player, epic bloke, all black, rolled down past me, and I was like, you motherfucker, you're going to do it, aren't you? And he tapped me as he walked past, because I was standing on the side, because the place was chocker. There would have been 500 people in there, about 3,500 online. And so he rolled right up to the front and faced Sav's family. And he goes, Kia ora. And I was like, fuck off. Because I was like, I was waiting for someone to go rolling in behind him. And so I was like, I'm not doing this again. Like, out of all the places, I'm not going to be. The last 2 times I got caught in the middle of a haka, it was fucking woeful. And it's like the boys still watch your back and laugh.
Oh, this is a difficult situation to be in. Did he eye you when he walked past?
Nah, because he's just steel focused. So yeah, just basically, just as he walked past any of the lads that were around, like any of the lads that where he was walking through, just tapped. And as soon as he tapped me, I was like, "Fuck, he's gonna haka." Yeah, so I just gave vocal support and stomped at the back.
That's a good move from you.
Oh, mate, I learnt my lesson.
If you had walked up behind him, where would you have been in the setup? Like, how many people went up?
Fucking me and him. He did it solo. Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah, that is mana.
Pretty white funeral, was it?
Nah, it was just one of the. I just don't think that there were no other All Blacks there.
You're like, mate, can you do my high school one?
Yeah.
I'll jump in. I'm fucking a bit rusty on that one.
Yeah, if he did the total
I
of boys,
haven't played that many All Blacks games recently.
Yeah, because Kamatu's just such like you don't want to muck it up, because it's someone you've been doing as a kid, And he was.
Imagine we ripped out Kappa or Punga and you made this mistake of walking up with them.
That was pretty much the New Plymouth Boys Hucker, so that's sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the same basis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you'd be able to get that's a fucking much easier one. It's all the
Fuck, a
same.
bloke that can do a hucker by himself
In front of thousands.
is just that is enormous amounts of money. That is mad respect for him.
And
what a guy.
Fuck, yeah, he is, mate. He is absolutely tip top.
What's he doing now?
Probably in property or something, running something.
He looks like he could get into property, run a slick deal, commercial,
He's
not
an
residential.
operator. Yeah, he is a big commercial guy, I think.
Yeah, awesome.
You know, it was
I'm
great.
glad you gave me a good send off, and you got a little bit stuck in, and a couple of celebratory bottles of wine afterwards.
Did we what? So basically the pack split. So they stayed. So it was basically where we are out at, the funeral was out by my house.
You had the partying thing, like version of the kicking on in the running race.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The first kick.
Yeah. So we stuck around and had tubes afterwards, and then we were like, okay, cool, this is going to get a bit out of hand. So half the crew went back to sort of his local establishment, which is just up the road from his house, and his wife and kids sort of came along as well. And then the other half of us stayed outside and dusted a couple of great bottles. The boys opened up their cellars and we fucking got
Benny boy, can you jump on that mic 3? Because I reckon you'd be similar to me. You know, I know Jay's friend with more rich people than us and slightly older blokes as well. Does the idea of a wine cellar is that like completely foreign to you? Like, I don't think I could ever have enough wine that I'd hold on to. I'd just fucking mow it.
I've got quite a good wine collection.
Do you?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So when do you know, like, how do you know what bottle to choose when? Like,
Depends on the.
and are you
the
always
situation.
overbuying?
Yeah, well, like my wife and I would like to actually go on wine holidays. Like we're over in Waiheke, we go to a bunch of vineyards, we'll buy a few bottles there, we'll order some to be delivered, and
Oh,
we'll
shit.
keep them. It's not like a cellar, so to speak, but nice and cool in the corner. We keep some in drawers, the ones that we don't want any light getting on. Like there's some. My old man used to collect wine as well, and I've got a whole bunch of his wines there that are like coming on 20 or 30 years now.
Wow.
That's sick. Yeah, so it must be one
We
of the...
could just, this could be, I mean, obviously, we're very lowbrow, but we could be highbrow as well. We could have the most extensive not-for-radio wine collection. I've got a fucking cellar across the road from here, like a lock-up one.
We'll start collecting. I'll bring in some Bigfoots. We can
Yeah.
chuck some.
I can be like, but they're not for radio boys. They're known for a lot of dick and balls jokes.
Yeah.
And
An exquisite
red
wine
wine.
collection, yeah.
yeah. I don't mind that.
Yes, because Joshy Cronfeld, another one, like an all-black idol of mine, when he would travel, this is pre-professional era, so they would go to Australia and South Africa and Italy and France and Argentina and go all of these great wine regions, and he would send back cases of piss when it was like you could take fucking 12 boxes of wine through customs and not get done for it, Like this is when you're buying bricks of ciggies back in those days.
Is that one of the scenarios you buy something over there and it's, say, I don't know, 10 quid a bottle or something like that, or 10 euros a bottle, and it'd be worth 150 or 300 bucks here?
Definitely.
So like
okay.
like a Côte d'Aron rosé, the one that's like a glass bottle with a rose on the bottom of it, you buy it for €1. You buy it for $32 here.
Oh, shit.
And that's kind of that's their mass-produced stuff. The glass itself would fucking cost that, but he was sending it all back, and then he leaves it in Dunedin in his mate's garage because he doesn't trust himself to have it up here. So every Christmas he flies down, catches up with his buddies. They have a huge session on the wine, and then he takes a couple of cases and brings them back up for Christmas.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I've just got to buy more, is what I'm getting. Buy more than I drink.
And you can invest in it too. You can buy it almost like
Shit, this is
future
gonna be
stocks.
expensive. Yeah, well, we both know somebody with a whiskey collection that's worth about $150,000.
And that's what I'm going to be jamming in that thing as well. So it'll be half wine, half whiskey.
Oh, yeah. And then is there someone like the whiskey bloody merchant that will sell all your fancy wine for you if you do want to sell it one day?
Yeah, just chuck it up in webs.
Crazy.
Yeah, they
Are you
sell
going
it
to
in
do something
lots.
like that, or are you just more occasional Benny boy?
More occasional. I think ours is for enjoying, for special occasions and stuff like that. Like, especially the really older stuff. Busted out for my wedding. The next one will probably be my brother's engaged. So when he gets married, we'll get some of the real good stuff out. For the most part, it's not like super expensive. We're not spending over like $100 a bottle really. But it's just nice to have it for little celebration moments and stuff like that.
Bit of adult Ribena, parent juice.
You should see, like, we had some
Just aging my country white casks. under the couch.
I feel like casts are going out of fashion, eh? Bring them back.
Bring it
Well, I
back.
find
Goon
that
of doom.
Yeah, I find the country cast goes real good in the boot of the car for about 6 months. You know,
Oh my
perfect
God,
temp,
so
just fluctuating, just fucking explodes.
I was camping with the boys when we were in out of high school. We'd go every year on the BMC trip. And we had a goon of red wine that had been like that, had been left out in the sun for like 4 or 5 days. It was our last day that we were camping, and we're like, all right, who's going to delete this? And I was like, I'll step up to it, boys. Chuck it in the funnel. So they put like the whole 3 litres of this,
Veluso
like,
Rosso.
overcooked like red wine. I nicked it, got the whole thing down, didn't chunder. I was so pleased with myself. I was like, hell yeah.
Fuck, did it
Like,
rip you in your arsehole?
Bro, it destroyed me. I don't even remember it. Like, I just lost all memory. And apparently we were just like walking along down the beach, and I just stopped standing still, and then just like in slow motion just keeled over into a bush. And the boys dragged me back, and I must have like in the middle of the night tried to get out of my tent, because I woke up at like dawn the next day, halfway in, halfway out of my tent. And there was just like...
Probably just poked a stick out of the hammock. Out the tent fly.
There was spew and piss both in my tent and outside my tent. I was just like face down, like mouth full of grass and vomit. That was a bad time, man.
But you did it.
I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, smashed it. Yeah.
And now you're a wine guy. You would have never been a wine guy.
That was it. Yeah, that was where I got my taste for it. I thought, this is great. I want to do this regularly.
Oh my gosh. What are we at? 26 minutes.
You got time for a warzy?
We'll do that bit of feedback's been sitting there. You can do that. Oh, I can do it.
Here we go. This one here from
From
Blake
Blake?
Lamb.
Yeah.
In Gisborne. Hey, fellas and fullets. You guys, hey guys, just a quick note before the story. I've just started listening and you got me hooked. You got me by the balls and I can't stop listening. Anyway, I'm a beekeeper on the east coast of New Zealand. Thought you might enjoy this little yarn. Say good day to Mike King if you listen to this, Blake Lamb. He's another big beekeeper on the East Cape there.
Is Mike Cock from that way too?
I'm not entirely sure.
Pretty sure he's on the East Coast.
Is he?
Yeah. He's called up the radio show a few times.
Mike Cock and Mike King. When I first started in the field of apiculture, aka beekeeping, I was working with a man, Hayden. Let's call him that, because that's his
fucking name.
To build a bit of a picture, he is a single man, dirty dreadlocks, unbrushed teeth, so horrible that to be in close vicinity while he is talking to you, you have to look the other way. He put his dirty work socks and gloves stuffed behind his cab seat, so everything about him fucking stinks. Anyway, he was once telling the boys about this little pleasure with bees and that their sting most people avoid. He started to tell me and the other worker he normally takes a bee home for when he's in his personal time, pulls out his little sauce rocket. Jay might think he knows where this is heading. I fucking already know where this is heading. And he's fucking dead on. He tells us he normally makes sure that there is a bee he traps in his truck/container. So when he gets home, he takes that bee and he self-stings his Johnson before rubbing one out. Unsure if he's trying to boost up his size or enjoys the throbbing and itching sensations. Anyway, born and bred in NZ. Would love to host or meet you guys for a whole lot of naughtiness. Big fan as of 2 months ago and cleared your entire catalogue. Love your content. Love you both for delivering it in the way you do. Up the motherfucking wires and would love to hear from you. Mate, I'd love to get around the East Cape. Yeah, Blake, that is a glorious invitation.
So we've talked about this before. Once had a bloke years ago that rang up the doctor segment we're doing on the radio show, Dr. John, and said that I can't remember if it was a bee or it was a wasp, but used to stick it in a jar, stick his old fella in the jar with the bee or wasp, let it sting his dick, and he used to get the most like massive rages ever. And could just go and go and go. Like he just pumped Viagra into it. And so he did that on the rig. Like he would go out, like to the point where he said he went out on a date with a chick. Things were looking good. Went out to his car, put his dick in his jar, got the jab, and then got himself ready to go. So it's a thing.
They use bee stings to like cure Lyme disease, which you get from ticks and stuff as well. Like it's great stuff, that bee venom.
Oh, here we go. We could do this on the radio show as well because we'll get some actual live feedback on the radio show. Look at this fucking bee's nest in the gable end of my house. It's up really high. Big fucker.
It's a paper wasp.
Wow, the fucking fuck. That's worse. What do I
No
do with
shit.
that thing?
You
So you
fucking...
can wait until night time and then...
Can of links and a lighter.
Yeah, I'm going to be up the top of a ladder. to get anywhere close to it, or do I
Yeah.
try and knock the thing off with a broom, run inside, and
Whatever you do, film it. That's all. That's all I. I don't give a fuck what you do. but
Finally,
just
got to
film
use
it.
that fucking tripod I spent $189 on.
Oh mate, speaking of,
But hang on. Where was the advice?
the advice is film it. I think you can wait till night. They're meant to be sort of a little bit sleepy, but
What am I spraying it with fly spray?
yeah, I would just absolutely drown the fuckers in fly spray.
Okay.
I had
Yeah,
one at
just
my house. It was a
full
lot
double cannon.
smaller than that one. But yeah, I went and nuked it with fly spray. But I must look like the biggest idiot because I didn't want to get stung. I was like, fuck this, I'm not getting stung.
I'm like horrifically allergic.
So I put in all my snowboarding gear, including my balaclava, my goggles, my gloves and everything. Went up to it, nuked it, screamed like a little bitch, and then ran off up my street. So my neighbours were watching. They're just like, there's some idiot
There it
out
is.
there.
Benny's finally lost it.
Fucking cheese.
The middle of summer in the sunshine.
Just
full
one
snowboarding
too
gear.
many nights, eh?
I think he's been huffing that fly spray. Look at this idiot.
Fuck, that's a good shout though. I might chuck the motorbike helmet on.
Yeah.
Well,
And a hoodie.
get him trapped inside it.
Wow, I don't know, man. Fuck, I'm gonna have the visor down. You saw what happened last time.
I'd go hood up and then make it like a bum hole where you tighten the cords up so much that you've just got your eyes and your nose sticking out.
With the
helmet on.
Oh, a helmet over
Yeah,
the top.
yeah, and then fucking
Fuck,
hit
this
him.
is gonna be great content.
Either
I
way.
need to do it during the day, otherwise there won't be enough light out there. Fuck, tomorrow morning's gonna be epic.
do
What a
it.
rush.
They hate it. They hate it.
Get them when they've just had a full night's sleep and they're full of energy, eh?
Just leave your fly open with your dick out, so if you do get stung, at least you get a raging hard on.
Yeah, it's really weird. He had a helmet on and a hoodie and no pants.
Yeah, the proper Winnie the Poohing it.
And a fucking can of fly spray in a jar. Oh, well, that makes me feel 0 parts better. Let's do the final war story.
Okay.
Snipers, reload. Another war story incoming. Eyes on target, scopes dialed in. Let's see who hits the mark.
This is all the way from California. Hello there. You can call me Derek because that's my
fucking name.
I think you guys might like the story that I have, so I thought I'd share it with y'all. I sent through a message through Facebook Messenger as a bit of proof. There must be some fucking photos attached to this.
Okay.
Now, in order to tell the story and to understand how the situation I managed to get myself into started to unfold, I have to give it a bit of a preface. When I was born, I had a condition called Meckel's diverticulum. Meckel's diverticulum. I was going to say, what the fuck's that? For those that don't know, Meckel's is a condition where a kind of pocket or diverticulum develops during fetal development. It's basically a birth defect that happens in 2 to 3% of the population, and only 2% of people that have it experience complications. Well, unfortunately for me, I was part of the fucking 2% club. I developed necrosis of the small intestines and had a significant length of them removed. I was in a coma for a year because of it.
Oh, holy shit.
Wow.
That's got to be that's the longest coma we've ever had into the podcast
That
or the
is
radio show.
Easily the longest coma. Fuck, that's a long time.
Yeah.
The the health insurance on that thing would be fucking ruthless in the States.
You're in the black for the rest of your life.
Yeah. When I was little, I was always sick, and I was always restless, and I would have bad nightmares and even hallucinations. Now, one of the recurring nightmares that I would always have had something to do with water. I was either falling in it, getting dragged under it, or getting flushed down the toilet in it. The last one is funny now, but fuck, I tell you what, it's not funny when you're 5. Because of that, I would always leave the door open when I was in the bathroom. Remember this. It will become important later.
Okay.
On to the main story. Now, at the time, my mum had 2 Burmese pythons. Fucking hell.
I love this is the part of war stories I love when you go, what are the ingredients we're working with here? Which is in the war story kitchen? Tss, tss, python, yes, fucking we're on here. Then the fucking now we're starting to get into a tasty story.
It's fucking murka, you know?
Fuck that.
My mum had 2 Burmese pythons as pets. I don't believe they were fully grown, but they're still pretty fucking big, at around about 1.8 metres long each. One day, she pops into my room and tells me that the cages need cleaning and that she needs to close my door for a bit and absolutely do not open the door until she's done. I don't know how long it was, but I do remember that I had to go to the bathroom because my GI tract decided to act up again. I guess that's whatever it is. I waited a little bit, then thought, fuck it. Ran into the bathroom, narrowly made it to the toilet. As I felt sweet relief, I just so happened to look to my feet and see one of the pythons looking at me from the hallway. Remember when I said earlier that I'd leave the bathroom door open whenever I was in it? Yeah, I didn't close it this time, as always, and I fucking froze. I stared at the snake. The snake stared at me. And the next thing I know, I'm on fucking death's doorstep for the second time in my life. The last thing I remember before passing out was my mum investigating what was going on and going into all-out panic. What was going on and going into all-out panic. I woke up later in the hospital and noticed that I could no longer see out of my right eye.
Holy fuck. Holy shit. Let's go.
So excited by this suffering.
The python had gotten me in the face slightly above the eye and tried strangling me to death. Whether it was going to try and eat me, I'm not sure. But if it was trying to, it would have a fucking hard time. The incident was a pretty big deal back then. My mum and I appeared in not just in the local news, but also the National Enquirer and the Montel Williams show. However, when I got older, I found that my mum's telling of the events and my telling of the events were not the same. I never brought it up since I know that she didn't like talking about what happened on that day due to the fallout that occurred. On another note, after the loss of my eye, I no longer had hallucinations. I discovered after I talked to an eye doctor multiple years later that I may have had something similar to a condition known as Charles Bonnet syndrome, a condition where your brain is trying to compensate for your vision. Anyways, I try to remind myself that I should be glad that I'm still alive no matter how crappy life has become. I just hope I gracefully die of old age and not on the bathroom floor with my ass and balls out in the shitting position. Thanks for reading my story. And as always, up the wires. Fucking hell, Derek.
Holy.
You got eaten by a python.
Wow. He's obviously lost that much oxygen. There's a blackout point because he's on the shitter, and that python's then had to move at rapid pace, catch him, coil around his neck, and fucking pop his eyeball out of his head.
I reckon that the fucking thing just whistled across the floor and struck him in the eye and then wrapped him.
Yeah, I guess I mean,
And
you reckon just like coiled spring.
Yeah.
Just boing onto the eye.
Yeah, because he would be small
Imagine
enough.
that as a parent. You'd be having snake sushi for dinner, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, that thing would be fucking toast.
How are you going to kill a snake?
You fucking get an axe and you chop its head off. I've seen anaconda.
I was thinking get a wheelie bin, fill it full of water and shut the lid.
They swim.
Not for fucking ever, they don't.
Just staring
Like
at
a
it for
big
40 minutes as the fucking thing slowly fills up with your shit water pressure. You're fucked, mate.
I'm going to take my time. This is going to be sweet. It's going to be like a turd that's been left in the toilet when I'm done with you. Is there photos? Didn't you say there's something about Facebook
I
message?
must have sent it through to a Facebook message. Oh, have you got them, Benny?
I can have a look for them. We'll add them in the description.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put them in here.
Well, a python can hold its breath for up to an hour.
Yeah.
A python can hold its breath for an hour. So you're going to need a cinder block.
Or a fucking axe and a block of wood.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then
A
you're going to
machete.
need a garden fork as well. Surely you got like some sort of...
Or you just lean into it. Lean into it and finish yourself off as you black out. Just, one last one. You guys ever had a python job?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Ceasefire, snipers! Today's top marksman has been selected. The war story of the day goes to
100%. Derek the Python boy.
Fucking hell. Who's missing an eye as a result of it? And he's a few parts out, Derek. Half his intestine gone, missing an eye.
Derek's a weed, eh? His body just wants to keep going no matter what life throws at him.
It's because we need Derek.
Yeah, Derek, you'd be, if this is survival of the fittest, you're fucking going through, mate. You're going through.
You're into the next round.
Yeah.
Well done.
That was a great episode. Really enjoyable. I needed that. Jeez, we had some giggles in there. That was all over the shop too. That's why we love it. We absolutely love it. The best way to support us to keep doing this content is to just become Sniper Elite, and that's very easy to do. You just click on the link in the show notes, click through there, buy it for a year. I think you get it cheaper when you do it for a year. If you do it monthly, it's like less than the price of beer a month, and you unlock like 200 other episodes. So if you're like Blake, who's burnt through every single episode in 2 months, and that's your next cab off the rank is to jump in there. You get the inside word on a Monday, get it ad-free, first crack at prizing and stuff too, which you'll hear quite a few prizes and meaty ones. We're about to, in the near future, announce another big one we're giving away specifically to Sniper Elite peeps.
Shit is about to ramp up significantly. This is kind of what we've been working for the last couple of years to sort of pull together. So finally, everything's lined up.
Hey, bloody have a great day.
Yeah.
Go well, go long.
Up the wires.
Up the wires, baby.
You've been listening to Jay and Dunc's Not for Radio podcast. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you soon.